Yo, what's going on, everybody? The Cool Geek here, and I'm at another video. And today I'm gonna be talking about the fusion multipliers and the God forms in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. Let's get into it.
Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong, and this is not where you belong.
So yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna be going over the fusion multipliers and the multipliers for the God forms. And I'm gonna be going over some misconceptions at the very end about the God forms, and just a little bit of scaling, just sort of in general. For Dragon Ball, and yeah, and then I'll sort of also have like a bonus for like how strong onto base certain forms are that are. It's basically just like I'm gonna be telling you how strong like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto should be, because a lot of people have this weird misconception about that. But yeah, first off, let's also I highly recommend before we get too deep into it that you check out my Super Boo video. That'll be important, especially when I get to the debunking of misconceptions. But to follow my logic, you might need that a little bit. But anyway, so first off, we're going to be looking at fusion. And to do that, we have to look at the super exciting guide, where it was stated that fusion should be a times b multiplier. Um, so yeah, fusion is a times b multiplier. Now let me get into what that actually means, right? So here's a scan you've probably all seen before 1,000 times. The super exciting guide also telling you the Super Saiyan multipliers. So Super Saiyan should be 50 times, at least grade 1, but you can input your own sort of thought. This is just going to be like the bare minimum you'll need to calculate how strong these characters are. But yeah, Super Saiyan is 50 times base, Super Saiyan 2 is 2 times Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 3 is 4 times Super Saiyan 2. Now, why did I bring that up, right? So let me go to this bigger chart here. So basically, right, the fusion is an A times B multiplier, so it'll be like max Goku times max Vegeta. And since Goku and Vegeta are more often than not pretty relative in base, at least when they fuse, which is sort of just like an accidental thing, for when they do Patara anyway, but I'll get into that a little more later. But so let's see what this actually means, right? So first off, we need to look at how that multiplier would actually work, right? So it would be multiplying max Goku times max Vegeta, like I said. So Goku would be Super Saiyan 3. So if we say, to make it a little more simple, if we say base Goku and Vegeta are roughly equivalent, so we'll say both of them are a 1. Now, Goku can go Super Saiyan 3. Keep in mind, this is pre-God forms, right? So Goku can go Super Saiyan 3, which is 400 times base, and Vegeta can go Super Saiyan 2. Now, some people speculate that in, like, the beginning of Battle of Gods, he has Super Saiyan 3, but, like I said, you can input your own thought at the end after you get all what I have. So that would be Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is 400, times Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which is 100. So that would equal 40,000 times like base Goku slash base Vegeta. So Vegeto, like base Vegeto, would be a 40,000 times multiplier onto like base Goku, and you can say it's like a 100 times multiplier onto Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then Vegeto can go at least Super Saiyan, but you can argue that he should be able to go Super Saiyan 3, but like I said, this is just the bare bones. Um, so Super Saiyan Vegeto, right, should be 2 million times base Goku. Um, Now here's where it starts to get a little bit spicy, right? um, Now Super Saiyan God should be above Super Saiyan Vegeta. Where I get this from is in both in Battle of Gods and also in Super, it was stated that after Super Saiyan 3 Goku got bodied by super suppressed Beerus, it was stated that the only way to get stronger would be to fuse with Vegeta. Then he said, even then, I stand no chance. So even if he gets 100 times stronger than or like 100 times stronger for base Vegito, then multiply that by 50, he would still stand no chance. and you can also maybe argue Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. And then as a Super Saiyan God, not only was he fighting Beerus, but he at the beginning was holding back. And also was stated that if like I think it was one of the first hits that Beerus did to Goku, like if he hit Super Saiyan 3 Goku like that, he would have like died instantaneously. So yeah, I think that's important to keep in mind. So yeah, Super Saiyan God should be above Super Saiyan Vegeto, right? So Super Saiyan God would be above a 2 million times multiplier. Um, so yeah, now I'm gonna briefly go over Super Saiyan Blue because it should be pretty standard. I don't think too many people have problems with this anymore. But Super Saiyan Blue is essentially just a Super Saiyan God that goes Super Saiyan. This is confirmed in Resurrection F, the saga and the movie, and it's also confirmed in later on in Super in the Tournament of Power when Super Saiyan God Goku fought base Kefla, and he was getting boloed, like she was destroying him like kind of badly. And then when he goes Super Saiyan Blue and she goes Super Saiyan Berserker, they're more pitched. It was a more pitched fight than before, and that sort of supports the Super Saiyan grade 4 being above a 50 times multiplier, because you can argue that Super Saiyan Berserker should be above a Super Saiyan 2 multiplier, which is 100 times base. Because like base Girl Broly, I get Kale and Khalifa mixed up, but I'm just gonna say Girl Broly was weaker than the other one, base to base. But when Girl Broly went her transformed in her Broly mode, she was stronger than the Super Saiyan 2. Um, and so yeah, it would be at least 100 times multiplier onto base. So yeah, you can make different arguments for that, but we're just gonna say that Super Saiyan Blue is 50 times Super Saiyan God, bare minimum. And that comes out to 100,000 times base Goku when when he transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue. So yeah, that's that. Now I want to go into the differences between the different types of fusion really quick. I probably should have did this before I got into the god forms, but so first off is Potara fusion. The main difference, there are pretty much just two differences between the two types of fusions. One is the time limits. Potara fusion, you fuse for an hour, whereas Motomoran fusion, or the fusion dance, whatever you want to call it, it's only for 30 minutes. Now the Potara fusion, it lasts forever. It's permanent for Supreme Kais, but most people aren't Supreme Kais, obviously. So if you're say you want to use this knowledge for like a hypothetical, like um, Naruto fused with like Sasuke or something. Say they got Potara earrings out of nowhere. I don't know. They start falling. Two Potara earrings like fall out of the sky, and you want to do a hypothetical like Naruto Sasuke like fusion. Um, so Potara wouldn't be forever for them either, right? Because they're not Supreme Kai. Now the other difference is for the fusion dance. You remember earlier in the video when I said that Goku and Vegeta are usually relative when they fuse? Well, they don't have to for Potara, but for Metamoran fusion or the fusion dance, you kind of do have to be equal. It was stated by Piccolo when Goten and Trunks were fusing, but also by Goku that they have to make their power levels exactly the same. So that could be a hindrance. I don't know if you remember this, but back when Goku was first about to use Potara fusion for the first time, he considered fusing with Hercule and then thought he might have gotten like weaker, which if it was Metamoran fusion, he would have been right because he would have had to lower his power level. He would have went from 4D to like peak human level, you know, because like Hercule has a power level of at the very like highest, just unquantifiably like lower than Kid Goku who was tanking bullets. Since Hercule did like almost die to a bullet, and Kid Goku tanked them, like multiple of them actually. So it would be below 10 times. So we just give Hercule the benefit of the doubt and say his power level is 9. So Goku would have had to hold back with the Metamoran fusion to a power level of 9. Multiply them together. 9 times 9 is 81. So, you know, he would have been substantially weaker, but he would have been able to transform, possibly. We don't even know if he would have, honestly, because because humans don't have Super Saiyan. But, so yeah, so he would have literally gotten infinitely weaker. But the Patari earrings, there's no such a limitation. It was never stated that you have to be the same power level as the person you're fusing with. So in that case, it would have just been Goku times Hercule, right? Which would have been Goku being like Universal Plus, give or take, times 9. So Goku would have in fact gotten stronger. Not by as much as fusing with Vegeta, of course, but he would have definitely gotten a little bit stronger. Um, so that takes care of that. Now I want to get into a few sort of misconceptions. Um, Now the first thing I want to sort of debunk is something that I used to believe a while back, and that's Super Saiyan God is a 200 billion times multiplier onto Super Saiyan 3. Now, this scaling makes sense at face value. You basically say that Goku, as a Super Saiyan 3, should be, give or take, galaxy level. You can actually, this scaling says that would be like highball. So highballing Super Saiyan 3 Goku would be galaxy level, and lowball, a decent estimate, maybe even a lowball for Super Saiyan God Goku would be universal, baseline universal, right? And you know the amount of the difference between galaxy level and universal would at bare minimum be 200 billion times, because there are at 200 billion galaxies in the observable universe, right? Now there are a few things wrong with this. First of all, the Dragon Ball universe is infinite. You want to know more about that, check out my Super Boo video, link in the description. And the other thing, right, is Goku was already Universal Plus in the Buu Saga. So, yeah, that kind of debunks that. Again, if you want to know why I think Goku's Universal Plus, check the link in the description. Um, Now, a sort of revised version of that is saying that the Super Saiyan God is like an infinite multiplier, because like the universe in Dragon Ball is infinite, so he went from like galaxy level to infinite 3D or high universal, um, and so that would be of course an infinite multiplier, right? Um, so that's also wrong because again, Goku is already universal plus, and last but not least, there's the argument that Super Saiyan 3 Goku should be like galaxy level, if not way lower, and then as a Super Saiyan God, he was Universal Plus, so that would be like, he went from 3D to 4D, so that would be a dimensional tier difference, which doesn't really make sense. Um, Now, that's of course wrong because I already said, like, Goku from the Buu Saga was already Universal Plus, so that's important to keep in mind. So that's why those things are wrong. Now that's now let me see. I went over pretty much everything. Now let me give you that extra treat I was telling you about. So here's the thing, right? We already went over the multiplier for fusion and for the god forms. Now let's debunk one last thing, and that's what let's debunk a debunk, right? So the debunk to my scaling that a lot of people like to use is that fusion, like Goku said, oh, if he fused with Beerus, right, he would still stand no chance. So like that would make like fusing weaker than Super Saiyan God. But then, like, Goku gets way stronger when he fuses with Vegeta as, like, Super Saiyan Blues against Zamasu. Now, there's something that's, in my opinion, it should be pretty obvious that's wrong with that. So, the debunk to that, right, is that if fusion is an A times B multiplier, right, so if pre-God forms, it would be Super Saiyan 3 times Super Saiyan 2, uh, and post-God forms, it would be Super Saiyan Blue times Super Saiyan Blue, which is above the multiplier that I gave for for the initial Super Saiyan God, right? So it'd be Super Saiyan Blue times Super Saiyan Blue, when Super Saiyan God is already above Super Saiyan 3 times Super Saiyan 2, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna basically go over the numbers one more time, except I'm gonna go a bit higher, all the way up to like what Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta would be, because I got a request to add that to the video. So again, uh, Goku and Vegeta in base in like we'll say R1 because they're usually relative when they fuse. So Super Saiyan 4 Goku, uh, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, sorry about that, this isn't GT, but Super Saiyan 3 Goku should be 400 times base, so, and Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 should be 100 times his base, so Goku 400 times Vegeta 100 is 40,000, and that would be base Vegeta, pre-God forms, and then Vegito can go Super Saiyan at least, which would be 50 times multiplier, which would make Super Saiyan Vegito 2 million times base Goku, and then we say that Super Saiyan God is unquantifiably above Vegito. You can use the statement from Goku saying he was using 80%, but then that's sort of weird, but, and so for now, you can input that on your own if you want for your own scaling, but for now, we're just gonna say Super Saiyan. So Goku as a Super Saiyan God would be unquantifiably higher than Super Saiyan Vegito. So let's keep that same 2 million number. Then we multiply that by 50, and we get Super Saiyan Blue is a 100 million times increase onto base, and now we get to what a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto should be, or heck, even Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. I suppose since we're saying they're relatives, so it doesn't really matter. So we take 100 million. This is where it gets really crazy, guys. So we take the 100 million for Super Saiyan Blue Goku and multiply that by 100 million for Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which, because again, fusion is A times B, and then we get base Vegeto post God forms would be, now this number breaks most calculators. It'll spit out scientific notation at you. So the number you'll get from your calculator will be 1 times 10 to the 16th power, which is which is crazy. It's a 1 followed by 16 zeros. Or in English, that would be 1 quadrillion, or sorry, 10 quadrillion, I'm sorry, and, no, sorry, 10 quintillion, and then, sorry, yeah, quintillion is way below a quadrillion, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, and then, so that would be base Vegeto. Now we multiply that, or Gogeta, then we multiply that by the Super Saiyan Blue multiplier of 100 million, then we get also scientific notation if you're going by calculator. This is why I do a lot of these multipliers on pencil and paper, because I don't really like dealing with scientific notation too much, but if you want it in scientific notation, that would be 1 times 10 to the 24th power, and sorry about that pop-up right there, but 1 times 10 to the 24th power, if we want that in English, it would be 10 quadrillion, or no, 1 quadrillion, man, I'm getting my numbers mixed up, see, I actually typed this down, and I typed it dyslexic, even though I'm not dyslexic, but anyway, so, yeah, so let's run by that one more time, because of the way I said that was kind of retarded. So, base Vegeto or Gogeta post God forms would be 10 quintillion, and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto or Gogeta post God forms as Super Saiyan Blue should be 1 quadrillion. So base is 1 quintillion, and blue would be 10 quadrillion. Yeah, those numbers are they're pretty crazy. I don't know how many of you out there can comprehend what that's like, like how big that number is. But I'll have all my math in case you still didn't like grasp it fully. All my math will be in the description below. Be on the lookout. I'll probably upload a video later tonight on Mastered Ultra Instinct. I'm gonna have one of my friends on with me to record that video, and maybe more than one friend, because I had a few friends that say they wanted to jump in on the boat for this video. But so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Again, math in the description, link to my Super Boo video also in the description, and I have a playlist on like how to power scale just in case you're like a beginner. A playlist for everything you need to know from like the tiering system that we use for the current meta, um, like what dimensional tiering is like as a whole, and like what are some of the qualifications to be 4D, because that's a bit of a contentious thing in the versus community. And yeah, also how to spot certain fallacies. But yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. The Cool Geek out. Bye.